Going to talk about Steve Perry's first performance with Journey in concert and some more cool stuff coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello everybody, it's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. And on this day, 41 years ago, back in 1977, Steve Perry shows up on stage with Journey for the first time. You know, they had just ousted Robert Fleischman. They needed a vocalist to help them move up on the charts and get noticed. So they get Steve Perry, you know, the story. And the fans didn't know how to take him, you know, because they're used to the Journey sounds of the Jam songs and Greg Raleigh and stuff like that, you know. Steve didn't know what to expect. The band wasn't sure about him. Herbie Herbert, the manager, was really pushing Steve, you know, and he believed that, you know, he's going to take you to the next level. And he was right on that, you know, and Steve didn't know what to expect, but he comes out, sings Lights. Some of the critics were kind of, you know, negative, but you know the rest. He took Journey to the top, you know, and what amazing night that must have been to be there back in 1977, 41 years ago. So happy anniversary to that, right? And tonight, if you saw it, it was cool on Access TV, the Rock Legends with Journey. It was on at 7 Central. I think it's going to be on again tonight, and check your listings for that. It'll be on if you missed it. And if not, maybe somebody will post it for you online, or you can find it online somewhere. But you know, it wasn't a lot of stuff that we didn't know on that show, on the Rock Legends with Journey. It's pretty much like a history lesson. What's cool though is for people that don't know about Journey, they get an inside look on what happened. You know, it kind of tells the history. Like I said, if you missed it, it just tells the history of Journey, what happened, and how, you know, when Steve left, and then Arnell, Steve Algary, please, you know, things like that, you know. But it wasn't really anything new there. You know, it was pretty cool though to see Steve and see the history, and it was probably, you know, going to be something good for fans that didn't really know a lot about it, or new fans. You know, I think with all of this, with Steve Perry in the spotlight and Journey with a tour and people loving the music, you can't go wrong, you know. And Steve, a lot of fans are separate on the ideas of Steve and Journey, you know, but Steve will forever be linked to Journey because he's the one that brought him up to that status. And of course, Arnell is, you know, he will tell you that Steve is the reason why the band is successful, you know, because of his style and his songs, you know. And that will always be the case, regardless of what happens in the future. Steve Perry, you'll remember him with Journey, and Journey will be known because of Steve Perry. That's just how it is, you know, because Steve Perry's the best. He has that effect, and his album is still out there selling very well. And on another side note, there was like a scare in North Carolina, I think in Charlotte. Somebody finds this package, and I posted about it on Facebook, by the way, but somebody finds a package. And, you know, there's been some bombs scares out there, and mailed, you know, bombs in these kind of packages. So it's kind of a scary thought, but somebody thinks it's a bomb. So they call the police, and they go to this place, and I think it's at Duke in North Carolina. And they call the police, open up the package. It's a tape. It's a cassette tape of Journey. So that's not a bomb, but it was an explosion of hits and music from back in the day. So if I get a package, I hope it's Journey or Steve Perry. But anyway, I'll be back later with some more Steve Perry news. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless.